City, Houston, Texas, and NRG Stadium. The veteran Brandon McManus ready to kick this one off. And off we go from Houston. On the return, it's Dameon Pierce. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. Will begin there. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
How for tonight?
And he'll take it for 4 yards on the game's first play. Here's a 2nd and 6.
How for tonight?
They'll go right back to Mixon. And they will finally get him to the ground.
Here we go. Tonight.
They will work the middle. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Linebacker Isaiah McDuffie ends the play there. Here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Tonight.
Here's a give to Mixon. And he moves down to the 25. That's good enough for a 1st down.
All right. Tonight.
Here's a good run in the middle to Mixon. He'll push forward for about a yard. Xavier McKinney, the one who brings him down. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Tonight.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah McDuffie. And the Packers are going to have it at their own 32-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Down. Ready? Go.
Throwing to begin is Love. In trouble, and down he goes.
The best thing they did here is keep the rush lane integral. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit
ready
for this pass rush.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and
Let's
14.
go. Yellow,
Dobbs headed in motion.
go.
On play action, Love. Catch is made by Romeo Dobbs.
So often, sacks, especially on 1st down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from 2nd and long to 3rd and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on 3rd, Don't be surprised if they go for it on fourth.
Here we go. Here we go.
Look at this. They go with their tight end on third down. And he's got it. That'll move the chains. First down at the 47.
Come on, set. Set.
Carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back
Here
for
we
a
go,
loss of
set.
yards.
Red, cycle. Set.
On second down, Love. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yards.
Here's a third down and 4.
52 blaster. Smash, red. Steel, black. Watch out now. 50 Fury. Shot, 17. Set, hut.
Out of the shotgun. Love. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive. Daniil Hunter, pass rusher extraordinaire, in action again. No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down.
Here we go. Ready?
They'll go for it. Love. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Jimmy Moore. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for that point to the game.
This guy might lose a little bit back as he gets long in the tooth. He certainly makes up for it in experience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things to trick him on the back end. He reads this play right from the jump, makes a great break on the ball, and if that ball hits his hands more times than not, it's going to be a takeaway.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
On the tweak, right? Set.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll be brought down right around the 40. Edger and Cooper, they're on the tackle. They go 5 receivers for third down and 4.
Good.
From the gun, here's Stroud. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Texas A&M.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10.
Let's go now. Shovel, 38. Hut, hut.
From the gun, it's Love. Under pressure and down he goes. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Ready. Hut.
Here's Love. Over the middle, he fits it into Dobbs. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Set to go now
Drill,
on
52.
1st and 10.
Hut, hut.
Here's Love. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. And they bring him down, but not until
On the
they
ball.
get inside the 30-yard line.
10 cycles. Set, go.
Love to throw it on 1st down. That's complete to Jacobs. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
Ready, break.
2nd down and 3.
Ready, ready.
The man in motion is Watson.
Ready, ready.
Throwing on 2nd down. Pressure gets there.
Defense came out in a soft zone. I think he caught the quarterback downfield. By the time he was
Ready
able
up.
to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed
Spike,
to
60.
get to the backfield and bring him down.
Blaster, 6. Ready.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Green Bay 1st down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots
Got
at
it.
the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last
Ready?
before the end of the 2nd quarter.
Nowhere to get away. He's going to go down. Packers go out and use the first of their timeouts. This one with 38 seconds remaining in this 1st half.
Set, hut. Hut.
2nd down throw for Love. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Trying to connect with Romeo Dobbs that time. And it's going to be 3rd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the 1st half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense
ready.
into some sort of rhythm.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Packers will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Already. Tonight.
To throw is Stroud. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, hey. Tonight.
Throwing is Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Diggs. And he will dive into the end zone. 70 yards. Touchdown, Houston. Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Texans move out to a 7-3 lead. So, final seconds of this first half. Looks like they'll take a lead into the locker room as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback.
Down. Set.
Love to throw on 1st and 10. He'll air it out down the middle. That's over the middle and intercepted. Put up by Kalen Bullock. And his offense is going to be all set with a full field and a chance to extend their lead.
The best way for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position. Jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
Now a deep ball here for Pollard. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Let's go.
On the bootleg, it's Love. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
So they failed to connect on another throw, and it's really been the story for both of these teams throughout this ballgame. I mean, neither offense can get anything going, and when you look at the scoreboard, it certainly reflects that.
He keeps it himself. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those
Come on,
shots.
set. Set.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. Running left. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Hustle, hustle.
They'll break the huddle.
Clock, 10.
Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Set, hut.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays.
Here we go.
But in this case, this guy's able to shift his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
On the ball. On the ball. 22 needle. Hut, hut.
Pistol, it's Jacobs. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down
Let's go. Charge.
inside the 20-yard line.
43 rail. Hut.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. Second down.
Hut, hut.
Here's Love, operating out of the pistol. They'll look to set up a screen here. and 6.
Set.
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down.
Here we go.
Now a handoff in the running game. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert on 3rd and 1.
Let's go now. Set. Go.
Here's Jacob. And he'll punch forward to the 2. Setting up 2nd and goal. A little closer. Here's 2nd and goal.
Ready. Ready. Ready.
One time, it's Jacobs. And he will power his way into the end zone. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Packers. Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Packers are on top. It's now 10-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10.
Ow, tonight. Tonight.
They begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
He's got his man. That's Nico Collins. Just his 1st catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a 1st down.
Very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was...
And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers have excellent field position as they take over right at midfield.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the 2nd half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. Open man is Davis. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
97.
So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
Set. Hut. Ready. Go.
Now give to Jacobs. He'll run right. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage. And that is it.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
This crowd into it now.
Set, ready.
As we get to third down.
Hut.
A pickup there of 13.
Hurry, hurry.
First down, Packers.
Strikers, 3-3. Set.
And this time they are ready for it. Will be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's second down.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Down.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12.
Set.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And some good blocking. Springing up.
Cheetah,
A
cheetah.
gain of 9
Check
as
right.
we get to third
52
down.
blaster. Set, hut.
Try to run it here with Jacobs. And he's brought down to 17, but that's
On
going to
the
be
ball.
good enough. A first down picked up on the ground.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Chop, 17. Triple, 38. Ready?
Run up the middle with Jacobs. And he's into the end zone. That might be a knockout punch. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Green Bay. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Extra point by McManus, up and good. And the Packers will get out in front 17-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Pierce for the return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down
Ow,
and 10.
Hey! Today!
Now, Stroud. That's caught. It's Joe Mixon. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. What will they do on this play? Third down, needing 8.
Today!
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
Here we go. Today!
They'll drop the throw. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Gotta let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on fourth down.
Let's go.
But this defense was having none of it.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, in the sideline,
Here we go. Here we go.
he grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And
Hut, hut.
truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
Well, it's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Just a little slow developing on that screen
Come
play
on,
there.
set.
It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking
Hut.
pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back.
That's screen goes for 12.
Jet,
And that's
jet.
a first down.
Drill, 52. Hut, hut.
To throw is Love. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Here we go, set.
To the air, it's Love. He'll try to set up the screen here. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still
Let's go.
no work to
Set.
do now on third down. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. This one all but over. Here's third down.
Set.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked up by Halen Bullock. And the Texans for the visiting Packers. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. Nope.
Washington now to return. And he'll break the 15, but not get much further. Tough field position to start this one out. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll start the drive with a chance. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Hit made by T.J. Edwards. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Get right here.
They'll stick with A.J. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's 3rd and 7.
Go ahead.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So they're left with 4th down here.
Yeah, ready.
They kick the running back in motion. Now Tagovailoa on forward. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on.
Ready.
H.N., a 1st down carry. They're working a couple yards past the line. Sent to the ground by Kyler Gordon. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Tua off the play fake. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked by T.J. Edwards. And the Bears take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it, opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Williams start with a pass here. Has the connection to Adunze. And he's taken down at the 30. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Bears 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Now throw in the direction of DJ Moore. And now it's 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy complete. Part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Throwing again on 2nd. Williams. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. That pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
First sack on the board, and the first drive as a defensive man. And now we let the chess weeds.
Third and long for him here. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down.
Couple sacks on the opening drive. You better get to fix-it mode in a hurry. And I'm talking about on the sidelines. I'm talking as a quarterback. You've got to solve this pass rush because we know one thing about guys in this league defensively. When they get a couple sacks, they can smell it, and they're going to raise the intensity to another level.
The Bears decide to call their first timeout. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. So on fourth down, out is Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And we continue to await our opening score of this ball game.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, this has got to be perfect. It's a good
Get set.
effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
All right, fellas, listen up.
They bring their tight end left.
Set.
Tagovailoa on first down. He puts everything behind this one. Brought in inside the 20. And takes it across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins need only one to take the lead. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Jason Sanders to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Sanders all set to send it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Here's the Andre Swift on the ground. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
60 Eagles. Jack Panther. Bronco switch. Hey, check that. Smash. Ready.
Grounded with Swift. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Brought down that time by Kendall Fuller.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Come on. Set. Go.
On 3rd down, here's Swift. It'll be a quality gain on the run, and that also brings us to the end of this quarter. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the 1st quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this.
Ready.
We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Bears football. They've got 4th down, so we should see the punt team on to send it away.
Hut.
for this. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Play some D out there, fellas.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Get it.
Williams on the play action. He's on the go, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards, second down.
Protecting himself.
Here we go. Here we go.
All right, here we go. Second down. Another try following the zone. Get some space around midfield. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. They'll take that kind of passing from the rookie out of USC. He gets him the first. Williams from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down at the 36.
On the ball, now.
Working quickly here.
Rocco 80.
Williams to throw on first. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw.
Okay, ready?
When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Set. Hook.
Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Able to get it to Moore. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Down.
They've got a man in motion.
Check go.
First down from the red zone. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Offense in the hurry up here.
19 Tiger. Ready?
After the sack, another pass on second down. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kader Kohu. Now that right there, that is rising to the occasion in the red zone, partner. Could have saved 3 points there. Heck, maybe twice that with that interception.
You know, these defenders, they're willing to bend and bend. These offenses are so good in this league, and they know how critical the red zone is. And when you get an interception like that, you just break. You break the will of the defense and the confidence, and those are big time. You're right. Put some points on the board for that defense with that effort.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Ready.
Out of the gun, tuck him right on. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Edmonds has it. And the Bears get the football back after returning this to the 15-yard line. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Go.
Out of the pistol, Williams. Forced out to his right. Oh, my. It's intercepted in the end zone. Devon Holland comes up with it.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Hey, get set. Ready, set.
Chain on the inside give. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. Blitz coming, Tua. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And now it's 3rd and short.
Slide.
Tua now from the gun. He's going deep. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Throw on 4th down. Nice game left side. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
44. Ready. Out.
Stick into the air and stung by law. Connects with the open man downfield. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Kick out there, 33 yards.
Ready, set.
And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down.
Set.
To the air yet again. Tagovailoa. He sends this one to the end zone. And oh, he got it. Interception. Jalen Johnson with the pick. And the Bears will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line.
Keep it together, defense. Keep it together. Tighten up defense. Pressure on them, defense. Get this stop, defense. Get off the field, on the set.
19 seconds remain in our opening half. Let's see what they do with it.
Let's go now. Hut, hut.
1st down throw by Williams. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Jalen Ramsey comes up with it. And the Dolphins will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return. Well, they had the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment because they throw an interception to give the ball right back.
And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message. Take care of the ball. Not often you see back-to-back plays end in interceptions, and we're right back to where we were just a couple moments ago.
Trying to connect with Tyreek Hill there, and it sets up 2nd down.
Ready. Out.
Shotgun snap now. Tagovailoa bails out of the pocket quick. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
All right, come on.
They send the tight end in motion left.
Set.
One final shot before halftime. And he drops it in the end zone. The look was there on 3rd down, but instead it's incomplete. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Sanders all set to send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's Swift to start the drive. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Devon Holland there to make the stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Now Williams. He's taken down. The Dolphins rush gets him. That pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Caleb, you already read the headlines to know this offensive line keeps it. This offensive line. But it's more than that. When you give up 5 sacks in the game, it's a offensive line. They're going to have to regroup and figure out how to protect this quarterback first and foremost.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Looking from the gun. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
On 4th down, it's Torrey Taylor on for the Bears to punt this away. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. No return on that punt. And it'll be Dolphins football. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43.
Ready. Out.
2nd half begins with a run by Achane. And this run's limited to a minimal gain up to about the 44. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that,
Ready.
it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Put some heat on this deep ball. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day. Well, Brock, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception right there.
We know that no lead in this league is safe ever, ever, ever. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. They all seemingly come down to the final possession anyway. And with a whole half of football left, you just can't give away too many possessions like that.
The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Ready.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Ready.
To throw is Williams. Completed here to Komet. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Set up.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Now here's Williams. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Couldn't find DJ Moore on that throw. So it's second down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here we
So
go.
after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Check out.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Here we go. Shot.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Man in motion here.
Ready.
Third down, here's Williams. This pass caught by Allen. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on fourth down.
Go.
Back to throw it. Brings it in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs.
You go for it on fourth down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up first and 10.
Ready. Set.
Out of the shotgun, a give to A.J. Pushes him off with ease. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll be first down, Miami.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Hey.
On the counter to A.J. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Go ahead.
Second down carry for A.J. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for in the playbook.
And again, they stall him out at the line. He couldn't get it. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they'll likely be very protecting of the only one they've got remaining. defense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
Ready.
Gonna throw. On the move, headed right. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Yeah, I don't care that they didn't get it. Still the right call in that situation. It's a little too long for a field goal, and a punt really nets you very few yards. The decision-making was sound. It was the execution that let them down.
Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter.
Go! What's the middle? Hawk 70, Hawk 7.
First down for Swift. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. But the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless third quarter for us. The Bears have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Let's go.
Again with Swift. Breaks the tackle. Green grass ahead. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Ready,
So
break.
the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs
Let's go
inside the
now.
35. Going to the ground again on first. And he's got a nice run. That reaches the 26.
Let's go, let's go, let's
Offense
go.
up to the line fast.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready, ready.
Second down. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling our running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Set.
3rd and 4 coming up now.
Ready.
Inside handoff to Swift. And he's brought down for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Important moment as they turn to Cairo Santos. This will be a 45-yard look from the left hash. Tracking for it, and it's good! And that brings things a little closer here late.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
Washington now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
They're right here.
Working with A.J. out of the gun. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
Ooh, I like that call. I really those steps from keeping on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
They're set up at the 35 now.
Go ahead.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's taken down after a short rush in about the 36. manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Yeah, hit it.
And chain again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They only get a yard that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here.
Ready. Set.
Looking to throw. Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted. And the Bears have some new life in the 4th.
I don't know how many you could have next to you, Kate, that have been in this spot before, okay? I have thrown 5 interceptions in the game, and happened to be our rivalry game back in college. It was one of the most humbling, horrific experiences of my life. Please, Coach, take this player out. We do not need to see another interception added to his ledger.
First down, ball at the 36.
Ready, ready.
Swift gets it, going left. Jukes him, and now he's running free. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears have taken the lead late. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big game, it takes the whole group. All 10 of them around him have to do their job. Got to block up front. Receivers got to block on the perimeter. They all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bears push their lead to 3. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Eskridge on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
This could be the turning point.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Get set. Out.
He'll look to throw it. And the man is there to knock that away.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Set.
Here he is to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jacoby Brisker. And the Bears make the play that should win them this game.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Ready? Check out.
They run with Swift. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. On the give, it's Swift. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
And he will score, and with almost no time left, that should clinch the win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts him up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the kicker. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
That one right down the middle. And the Bears make it a 10-point ball game. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. This one doesn't make the landing zone, so this drive's going to start at the 40. And they'll have great field position, Brock, after the unforced error on the kickoff. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Get set. Ready, set.
1st and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Go ahead. Come on, oh, keep it up, keep it up.
2nd and 10 now. Finds him on the crossing route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. So the Bears take this one on the road. And so they pitched a shutout defensively that in the end was the impetus for the victory. They're going to be bummed not to have that goose egg on the board at the end of this one, no doubt, but a performance to be lauded nonetheless. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears winners, as we say so long from Miami.
Cardinals. State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Matt Prater, been around a long time, will get us started here. And off we go from Glendale. Avery Williams on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. But he takes a big shot at the end of it.
Get the quarterback. Together, defense. Keep it together.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Ready? Go.
Now the holder of the state rushing record as a prep here in Arizona, it's Bijan Robinson. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Shut up.
They'll go again with Robinson. And he's going to have the first down, mark him at the 45, and move the chains.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd to make it a first set of downs.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. Couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
On first down, right back to Robinson. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's 2nd down.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings it down for a loss.
And he'll get this to the 43-yard line. It's Sean Murphy-Bunting on the tackle. 3rd and long. Another run here for Robinson.
Ready, set.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
Let's go.
They'll try and throw it with Penix. That's complete. He's got it to London. And he's Falcons first down. That'll be a gain of 15 on fourth down.
Let's go now.
On the give, it's Robinson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Sack!
We'll try the right side with Robinson. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming. From the gun on 3rd down. Here's Penix. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.